Welcome, yogis, to this yin yoga practice targeted on the quads. For this practice, you may benefit from having your yoga bolster or some rolled up blankets or a block available. We're going to begin our practice in child's pose. So please make your way into a comfortable version of child's pose for you. It could be knees together if your low back is tight today, or knees apart if your hips feel a little tighter. We'll just spend a few moments arriving on our mats. Your arms in any comfortable position. Support your head on the floor or a block. And invite your breath to become even and smooth. And so when you're ready, make your way up to table and all the way to lying on your front. Our first posture in our yin hold is going to be seal. So stretch out, seal Sphinx, propping up onto your forearms. So depending on your low back, will depend on where you choose to keep your forearms. Further away will be kinder to your low back if you're feeling some tension there. Closer in will be perhaps a little more intense, but we're just starting here to open up through the front of the body. You might choose to close your eyes. You want in yin moderate sensation in all poses, so we're not looking for the deepest stretch we're capable of. We're looking more to find moderate sensation, maybe 50% of what we're capable of at full. But then being able to relax into that, to hold into it, and to breathe. Just allow the time to do all of the work. And just noticing what arises in that time of stillness, the fluctuations of the mind. And you've always got the choice whether you then fuel your thoughts, the fluctuations, whether you give them your attention, or whether you choose in that moment to let your thoughts drift by without extra energy. Just let them pass like fluffy clouds in a clear blue sky. So we're about halfway through this Sphinx pose. You can choose if you wish to hold just as you are, or if you like seal pose, you're welcome to explore that. Separating the hands a little wider can feel nice, and straightening out the arms. Again, we're not looking to go to our fullest expression of something, so if this feels very intense to you, you may benefit more from remaining in Sphinx. Listen to your body, yogis. Your breath's just fluidly in and out through your nose. And start to release. If you were in seal, lower down to your forearms. And we'll bring the hands together and widen the elbows and lower all the way down to lying on your front rebound posture. And then your rebound, there's nothing physical you need to do. Just be aware of the sensations that arise in your body as a result of releasing that long hold. And maybe encourage your breath to be in the belly still so it can help to make space in the low back. And then we'll press up to a child's pose, up through table. Just a moment in child's pose to reset. And come on up, back into table. We're going to step the right foot forwards to the right side front of the mat. So coming into lizard or dragon in yin. The back knee on the mat, or alternatively on a blanket if you need a little bit of cushioning. If you don't have a blanket, you could roll your mat up and double it up under the back knee. And rest onto the hands. And once again, a reminder to find about 50% effort of what you may usually do. So if in a vinyasa class you might lower down to your forearms, this height may be best for today. Gentle sinking in the hips as we're targeting, as I mentioned at the beginning, the front of the left leg. You can remain as you are, or if you wish to deepen for the second half of this, you can bend your left knee and reach your right hand around and gently pull the foot in towards your bum. Again, you may need some cushioning under the left knee for comfort. It's up to you whether you rotate the chest open in this or whether you keep it squared to the mat. And carefully release your foot. And ease your way back to tabletop. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So coming into dragon or lizard with your left foot forwards. With having that extension through the left hip flexor, it might take you a moment to settle into this one. Just like we did on the other side, first expression. is braced on the arms. You can go lower as long as it's just moderate intensity for you. And once you've found the depth that's sustainable, relax your jaw, relax your face. And just hold the position you're in. Breathing smoothly. And we'll start to move into the quad stretch further if you wish. So you can stay as you are, or you can pick up that right foot and reach around with your left hand. Bringing it in just the right amount. It's up to you whether you rotate your torso open for this or whether you keep it quite squared down. Be sure to release any tension that's accumulating in the face or the shoulders and the neck. And stay with the sensation that's present through the right thigh. And carefully let go of a foot if you took a hold of it. Ease your way out of your dragon, of your lizard, and back once again to child's pose. As we rebound, a few breaths to just feel the sensations that arise from leaving that pose. And you can then change your position to your sitting. And stretch your legs directly out in front of you, fully straight. Just wiggle your bum out from underneath you for a moment. And we'll come into our caterpillar fold, leaning forwards, out over the legs. Now you could always use props to support your forearms if you like. One on each, or a bolster, or you can simply rest on the hands. But as you come into compression now in the front of the legs, and stretch through the whole backside of the body, especially the legs. Remember, you want to be in a moderate expression of your fold. Resist the urge to chase depth here. The energy to sit up as you breathe in. And relax your shoulders, exhale. You can switch your position to simply lying flat now. For a few moments in rebound from that fold. Just rest any way that's comfortable. If flat isn't comfortable for you, bend your knees into constructive rest. And again, become aware of sensations as they arise. And you don't even need to give them labels and categorizations. You can just feel what you feel as it arises. Remain in its direct experience of it. And as it dissolves and fades away, you let it do so. Remaining curious and open to whatever comes up. We'll come up and out of our rebound. And this is where your bolster may be useful. Now this next pose can be super intense. So I advise you to be really, really careful. If you have any discomfort in your knees when they bend a lot, or you're protecting your knees, I recommend taking a supported bridge instead. So that's lying back on your back and using your bolster or your block underneath your bum to come into supported bridge, so that we can target the quads that way. Alternatively, you can take a half hero pose. So you're going to take your bolster and pop it behind you. And you can use your block or not in this one also. I'll demo both. Bend your knees and bring your right foot to the outside of your hip. And then you can lean back. So this may be enough to feel quite a lot of sensation for you. Alternatively, you may lay all the way back onto the bolster and be comfortable there. If you like more intensity, my preference is to put a block at the end of a bolster for my bum. And so this helps to keep it out of the knee, but very firmly into the quad. Tuck your tail a little bit as you lean back, and maybe you brace on your hands or your forearms, or maybe you make your way all the way back to lying down. So as I say, quite an intense pose for some people. If you start to go into half hero and feel like it's in any way in your knee, come on up and take the supported bridge version instead. And so in your supported bridge, if you choose to take that, you'll extend your right leg fully straight and rest your heel on the ground, with the option to pull the left knee in towards you as you hold there to target the right quad, just as we're doing here in half hero. As we reach the halfway point of this expression, if you're in the half hero and want to deepen it, you can bring your left knee in towards you and hold on to that. And a reminder, if it gets too intense, to go back a stage. You want to be at moderate sensation. If you took a hold of the left knee, you can release that. As you come out of your half hero, you can sit up first. I kind of like to lean to the left and release my foot before I come up. And make your way out for a moment. If you're in supported bridge, you can remain there. And we're going to take it straight into the other side. So tuck your left foot in next to you. And be careful, not always, both sides aren't always the same. Start to ease your way back. And either prop up on your arms, on your forearms. Use your bolster. Seek that moderate sensation, not too intense. Something you can sustain and breathe comfortably. If you're in supported bridge, your left leg is extended all the way out, with your heel on the floor, so you're still creating this space through the front of the left leg. If you would like to go a little further into this, you can pick up the right knee and hold on to the right thigh or the right shin. Just an option. If it doesn't feel more beneficial to you, you can keep that right foot on the floor. And let go of your right thigh if you took a hold of it, or right shin. Carefully place the foot back down. And you can either sit up first, or you can lean to one side and release the left leg. And then make your way off the support you've got. So I'm going to take the block out from underneath my bum before sitting up. If you're in supported bridge, you start to release the block out from under you. And we're all going to simply make our way down to lying down. Rebound. Lying flat. Just feel what you feel there. And then if you feel like it would feel good, you could pull your knees up and towards your torso for a moment. And just gently rock side to side across your low back, or draw some circles with your knees. And the final posture is Savasana. Extending the legs out. If there's anything you need to do to make your Savasana more comfortable, any movements you need to make, any twists or anything, I'm going to place my bolster behind my knees for more low back release and support. So make this as comfortable pose as you can and do anything you need to prior to entering Savasana so that you're comfortable and can settle into stillness. Just remember, more aware of your legs, moving the feet or the glutes into just the right position for now. And let them fully relax. Make then adjustments to the shoulders and the arms. Soften your belly. Let your torso, your arms relax. Make sure the back of your neck is long, tucking your chin. And melt away any tension that's in your face. Invite some deeper breaths into your belly. And some movement into your hands, opening and closing them. And some movement in your feet and your ankles. Interlace your hands together and stretch them up either to the ceiling or over the top of your head. Big breath in, stretch your toes. And as you exhale, relax, bring your hands back in. Bend your knees in towards your torso. Lengthen through the back, the low back. Take another breath. And you can roll to your side. When you're ready, Yogi, push your way up in a seated position. And bring your hands to a prayer position in front of you. Thank yourself for coming to your mat. And let's breathe in and out. Thank you for joining me, Yogi. Namaste.